together again, and you will then tell me that you were right in the things you said 10 years ago.
I said executed as not someone was executed. I mean as being
criticized.
No. As the law in Saudi Arabia, the interpretation in Islamic law of Islam is this correct or not? As I said, to forbid that one change one's religion, that there is no religious freedom in our sense. That is this correct or is this not correct?
In the Quran, we have a surah in which this thing is being explained in a very clear manner. And the Quran in that text tells us that there is no forcing in religion. Now, this is a very clear statement, because if you force people to believe in a certain belief, then you will come up with people who are insincere and not true believers. So in Islam, everyone is free to believe in anything they want. So anything against this idea is wrong.
You said about an hour before that the one book for which you were being criticized concerning the Holocaust was not written by you, but by another person. Concerning the other 300 books which right now exist under the name Harun Yahya, are they all your books?
Well, I have a team of 30 people, and these 30 people comprise of scientific men, academicians, research assistants, and other researchers. So they all work together, and they prepare pieces of knowledge, and they present those texts, those knowledges to me, those sources to me, and I work on those sources and form the relations and interrelations between these sources, and then I send my text to my editor, and then it is being published as a book. I also work personally on the book covers myself, and I also choose the inner decorations and illuminations of my books myself. And it is not only in Turkey, but in some other places throughout the world. Sometimes people come up and publish books by using my name, so we have witnessed such things, but we warned those people too.
There's the rumor that also Erbakan, the former minister, president of Turkey, is behind some of those books which are published under the name Harun Yahya.
Well, that was an idea which was propagated and put forward by only a few people, and those people loved Erbakan to a great extent. Erbakan and I knew about these rumors, but then the truth has emerged, and it is now a clear fact that he has no part in my books. And I like Erbakan very much personally, let me say that as well.
But he also seems to read your books, because he gave an interview about 1 year ago in which he, I would say, talked about many things you also talk about, like Freemasonry and other things.
Erbakan likes me personally, and he recommends my books to everyone who meets him.
Your books are translated in many languages. They are also translated to English and also read in the United States. Where do you have the most readers?
In the US, in America. And the UK comes second. And other European countries follow this. If I'm not mistaken, France is the third.
In the United States, a genre made an election who are the most prominent and important intellectuals right now living, and the one who was voted for number one was Fethullah Gülen, and another Turkey intellectual. So it seems there's another Islamic scholar from Turkey who's very influential in the United States.
That's very good news. I hope that he will be known even more. That's good news.
There was also a rumor that there were some tensions between you and Fethullah Gülen. Is this not true?
On the contrary, there is no such tension between us, because I respect and like Fethullah Gülen, both his character and his personality, and I very much hope that he likes me too, because intellectual people like us like and respect one another.
It's being said that both you and Fethullah Gülen were influenced by some creationists in the United States.
It's on the contrary, because creationists are the group of people who have been influenced by my ideas, because I am the only person who presents the idea of creationism to the world in its most striking way. After the publication of my Atlas of Creation, for example, the impact of my arguments after its publication were likened to a bomb. And creationists, before the publication of my books, were a weak group, both in the US and in Europe. But it is only after the publication of my books that the issue of creationism has started to be discussed. And the impact of the publication of the Atlas of Creation is, in many newspapers, likened to a great earthquake, to an atomic bomb, and there are thousands of news who likens my arguments and the impact of the publication of the Atlas of Creation to such forces. I would like to give you several examples from the European media, from European newspapers. And when you look at the newspapers in the European media, you will see that Harun Yahya is likened to an electroshock. In UK, for example, leading newspapers talk about Harun Yahya's work, and the argument of creation will go on. Again, in the UK, another English newspaper has used the caption, "We are defeated," when talking about the impact of my books and creationism. And another caption goes like, Harun Yahya defeats Darwinism. And another caption says, Harun Yahya has defeated Darwinism. So Le Monde in France, for example, has used this caption, which tells us that the impact of creationism will go on all throughout the world with ever-speeding force. In France, for example, the La Poire newspaper used the caption, "Save Darwin." In La Libération, for example, the newspaper says that a single step has caused a great amount of panic. So there are thousands of such examples in the
İslam aleminde bu tarihe kadar Darwinizme
karşı in the Islamic world, when we look at the issues from a historical perspective, I am the only person who has been able to create such forceful impact against Darwinism. That's why people are afraid, and that's why people are in great panic. Such panic has never been seen in the last 150 years. So I am the only person who has been able to fight against Darwinism in this manner and with this force.
The creationists in the United States did overtake what you said, but this would in the end mean that you agree with the defenders of creationism in the United States.
There are, of course, some basic differences between their way of thinking and my way of thinking. First of all, we think that the world is as old as billions of years. It dates back to 15 billion of years. In the Christian way of thinking, on the other hand, as you know, this time is limited to 6,000 years. So this is one basic difference between their way of thinking and our way of thinking. Because if you say that the world is 6,000 years of age, then you lose your cause in the first step you take. On the other hand, our idea, our argument is rational, it is based on Quran, it is based on scientific evidence. So that's a great difference between the two ways of thinking.
You have been criticized by some Islamic scholars who are saying that what you say about God and his relation towards our creation is kind of pantheist, because you do not really make the difference between Allah and in the world.
Well, such pieces of criticisms stem from misunderstandings, and when they come up with me this argument, I tend to explain them what I think, and once they understand